each one of you. Today, I will going to have a short talk with regards to media news literacy, how important it is in our society, and what it takes to become a media literate person. So first, let me define to you what media is. The term media, which is the plural of medium, refers to the communication channels through which we disseminate news, music, movies, education, promotional messages, and other data. It includes physical and online newspapers and magazines, television, radio, billboards, telephone, the internet, fax, and billboards. It describes the various ways through which we communicate in society, because it refers to all means of communication. Everything ranging from a telephone call to the evening news on television can be called media. We used to get all our news and entertainment via TV, radio, newspapers, and magazines. Today, the internet is gradually taking over. Print newspapers are struggling as hundreds of millions of people each year to switch to news sources online. Different types of media. Media can be broken down into two main categories, broadcast and print. The internet has also emerged as a major player as a rapidly growing number of people globally get their news, movies, etc. online. Print media includes all types of publications, including newspapers, journals, magazines, books, and reports. It is Broadcast media refers to radio and TV, which came onto the scene at the beginning and middle of the 20th century, respectively. Most people still get their news from TV and radio broadcasts. However, experts predict that it will not be long before online sources take over. Over the past 20 years, cable news has grown in importance. The internet, specifically websites and blogs, are rapidly emerging as viable and major channels of communication as more and more people seek news, entertainment, and educational material online. Virtually every part of the internet has become a medium of communication. The term media in its current application relating to channels of communications was first used by Marshall McLuhan in 1911 to 1980, a Canadian professor, philosopher, and public intellectual who said, "The media are not toys. They should be in the hands of Mother Goose and Peter Pan executives. They can be entrusted only to new artists because they are art forms." By the mid-1960s, the term spread to general use in the United States, Canada, and the United Kingdom. So, what is literacy? Literacy is most commonly defined as the ability to read and write, but it's not as simple as it sounds. Reading and writing abilities vary across different cultures and countries. Nowadays, reading encompasses complex visual and digital media as well as printed material. An elderly person who can read the news might struggle to get information from Google. Similarly, different cultures will have different perceptions. When we see an image on television or in a magazine, what initially comes to our mind? We make sense of what we see based on our own judgment, as well as past experiences, and sometimes based on our worldview or outlook. However, the images themselves can conjure or sway our thinking in a particular direction. An image and the way it is presented can be biased and influence the viewer to take a particular stance on a matter. As an informed viewer, the onus is on you to first be able to read or view the media and decipher what messages are being conveyed. Analyze images to decide whether they present a fair depiction of both sides of the argument. It is pivotal for us to consider the source of the information and ask ourselves what the person's objective is. This can clarify whether it is a reliable source or not. University and school sites are identified by .edu, and there are established standards for posting information, as opposed to students with personal web pages that have no established standards for information. Other URLs such as .com, .org, and .net follow their own standards for quality control. Therefore, it is important when using various forms of media to consider the purpose of the information you are viewing. Also to consider the credibility of the source, as well to draw conclusion about the viewpoint or position being presented. What is media and information literacy? Media and information literacy enables people to interpret and make informed judgments as users of information and media, as well as to become skillful creators and producers of information. What is the value or importance of being a media and information literate person? The importance of being a media and information literate person is very crucial nowadays because we are living in the 21st century, which revolves us with the rapid growth of technologies such as television, computers, cell phones, radios, and other medium for information. Being literate about media and information will give us advantage in our modern world today, especially in terms of giving and gathering information, knowing best. Everyone has the right of freedom to opinion and expression. This right includes freedom to hold opinions without interference and to seek, receive, and impart information and ideas through any media and regardless of frontier. Quote by Linda LRB stated, "Media literacy is not just important, it's absolutely critical. It's going to make the difference between whether kids are a tool of the mass media or whether the mass media is a tool for the kids to use."